Okay. Okay. Hey. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am Intuitive Mom. Okay, and I have a talk. It has been too many days since I have been live. Let's see how many days has it been since I've been live. 7 days. 7 days, okay? And y'all, so much stuff has been going on in the last 7 days. The last time I was live, I was going ham. I was going off on some spiritualists, right? And actually, and I've been receiving a lot of love, support, and my forehead is shiny. That's all that oil I just put on. All right, I've been receiving a lot of love and support behind my antics. Okay, hold on a second. What's up, Ace? Okay, first, before I start, let me invite Divine into this, okay? All right, dear Divine, please bless and charge me and the collective here, now, and later with the energy to bring a balance to our complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything in between. I just ask that you continue to use me as a vessel. I ask that you continue to use me as a vessel. In whichever way Divine sees fit on this earth, okay? And I ask that you block out any interferences between me and the collective and cleanse any energy that needs to be cleansed, okay? Thank you so much. All right. So, Jama Kali, Jama Durga, bow to Sri Sai, may peace be with all. Jama Matamira. Thank you so much. Okay, so crazy thing is, right? Now, I'm not going to be long on here, right? I am not going to be long on here. I'm actually getting ready to do a reading for you guys. But before I get started, right? I titled this Spiritual Beggars and Angry Spiritualists. What did I title this thing? Spiritual beggars, homeless spiritualists, and angry spiritualists, right? Y'all come in, please like the video or whatnot. But I titled this that way because the last time I was live on here, right? And actually my whole channel, right, is being irritated by spiritual beggars, right? And I want you guys to recognize what a spiritual beggar is in your life, so that way you can know how to handle them. All right. So the last 7 days, the last week, I have been kind of just like going within. Not because I feel like I did anything wrong, but because I'm supposed to be my spirit team holds me to a standard, right? And so when I be going off on people, when I go off on people, I don't be feeling like I'm at that standard, right? I'm at that standard that my spirit team is holding me to. And I know that I'm not holding myself to that standard because of the phone calls that I received from people that I respect, okay? That I respect spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, people that I respect, and the phone calls that I received after I, you know, went off on some spiritual beggars. And the phone call that really hit me was a phone call that I received yesterday, right? It was one of the advisors, spiritual advisors that I have that I really look up to, right? I really look up to. And I always look at this person as an example on how I should handle myself sometimes when I be in the situation with people that are jealous, manipulative, and spiritually begging for my attention, right? And this person, I look to them because they're one of the richest, most powerful people that I know. And they have to handle so much criticism at times. And so I'm like, if they can handle it, I can handle it, right? And I'm here every day. I'm here. I'm here every day, right? In it. So how to recognize a spiritual beggar in your life, right? Somebody that wants a part of your spiritual gifts. They want a part of your spiritual cultivation, your awakeness, right? Like, oh, okay. So let's say, for example, right? You're a reader, okay? I'm not talking about myself right now. I'm just saying, for example, you are a tarot reader, right? You're a tarot reader online. You have a nice platform, right? You post, you come, you do your job, right? You also, when you're not online, you are studying, you're reading, you're studying occult and strategic knowledge, right? You're getting downloads, you're in meditation. And when you get these downloads, you're going further with those downloads. You're looking up things. You are journaling, right? You are traveling to places where spirit told you in downloads, like, this is where I'm going to take you so that you can learn further, right? And then their spirit is giving you the nudge. Okay, share this information, right? Share this information with other people, right? And so you have a platform. You come online, you take classes, you come online, you sharing. Okay, let's just get an example, right? Bam, Balamuki at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're sharing information about Balamuki, right? And because you're getting downloads like, oh, Balamuki is going to assist somebody with a court case, right? She's going to assist somebody with a court case, but you're not really, like, to start with, you're not really familiar with Balamuki. You just know that, okay, this goddess came to you, you see her, you feel her energy, and you like, okay, what is she assisting with? And then you see court cases coming up. So all of this is you using your intuition, right? So then you come online and you start talking about this stuff, right? And you have Ace. If you climb up my couch like that again, get down. So then you get online and you have spiritualists that, I'm not even saying spiritualists, okay? You have people. Because if they were real spiritualists, they would not be attacking another spiritualist. Period. Okay? So you have people that want to attack you, right? So now you feel as if, all right, well, this could be a spiritual court case that I'm also going through. Okay. This could be a spiritual court case that I'm also going through. My damn self, that spirit kind of gave me the heads up about, right? And you're now sitting here, you're like, I have to defend myself. I have to defend myself. I have to stand up for myself, right? And so you're being put through a initiation period, right? Like spirit puts you through initiation period. I'm talking to my tarot readers here. I'm still talking to tarot readers, okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm talking to tarot readers. You're being put through a initiation period where it's like, are you going to continue to pass on the information, or are you going to just give it up, right? And so what spiritual beggars want you to do, right? The people that aren't keen is not the word I want to use. People that aren't privy to the same information that you have, what a spiritual beggar wants you to do is they want you to give it to them. They're begging you to give them free readings, to make the information that you received in a download, right? That you received in your dreams, that you received offline, right? Where you have no contact with these people. They just get online every day and they're begging for your energy. The reason why I'm talking to my tarot readers is because this is happening in the spiritual community so hard. This is happening in the spiritual community so hard that I'm really concerned with the welfare of how many people are spiritually homeless. Let me repeat that. There's so much spiritual begging in the community that I am concerned with how many people are actually spiritually homeless. All right? When I'm saying homeless, I mean like they have no place that they feel valued enough to stay. They have no place that they feel valued enough to stay in. Okay? Spiritually. They have no place that they feel valued enough to stay in. You have these people that they don't know if they want to attack you, be your friend, or copy your work. Okay? They don't know if they want to attack you, be your friend, or copy your work. Let me change that order up. They don't know if they want to be your friend, copy you, or attack you. Because that's usually the order that it goes in. They try to be your friend, and when you recognize them, right? When you recognize them and you recognize who they are truly, and you say, you know what? I can't really be friends with you, because at the end of the day, some of these spiritual beggars are doing very nasty work. Okay? They're doing very nasty work. They do a lot of things off camera. They're narcissists. And they are people that will really wish death magic on a whole family just to have one person in that family gifts. Okay? And these people want to unalive you spiritually first, right? Because if they get you angry enough, angry spiritualists, right? If they get you angry enough, they can try to build up a spiritual community, right? That is anti. They can build up the energy to make more people anti against you and what it is that you're trying to do. Okay? I'm talking to the tarot readers right now. I'm actually talking to the tarot readers, and I'm talking to the occultists, and I'm talking to the spiritualists that are being physically attacked, mentally attacked, spiritually attacked. But Right. Right, Ace. But I don't have a butt. I don't have a butt. I got a butt, but I ain't got a butt. Right? I have never laughed so hard in my life yesterday. I mean, I was in complete laughter talking to um one of my soul sisters, right? I was in complete, I mean, she had me dying laughing, right? And I just remember when she was like, she said, we were talking about burning candles. And she was like, yeah, I see something. I see something. I got to tell y'all the joke real quick, right? She was like, I seen something. She was like, they was putting rice, mixing it with oil and putting it inside of a jar. She was like, that might last longer than a candle, right? And, you know, I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about it for a split second because right now, actually Balamuki, right? Balamuki, there's a offering to Balamuki. It's 9 days of Durga right now. And there's an offering to Balamuki where you mix yellow rice with oil and jaggery. Rich rising, Lori, rich rising, huh? You mix it with jaggery, right? And you put it on, you offer it to the Divine Mother, right? And you split it into 5 and you offer it to the Divine Mother on fire, right? And it's with rice and jaggery, right? And I'm talking to my soul sister, right? And she is not a my girl, she's a healer, but she's a cosmetologist, right? And so I just love her, dog. She was like, yeah, I see something where you take the jar and you put rice in it and you mix it with oil and it's supposed to last as long as a candle, right? And I was like, and for 5 seconds it was okay to me, and then I like kind of snapped out. I'm like, wait, is that safe? She was, and we just dying laughing. I guess what we have to understand, but the beginning of our conversation was about energy harvesting. And the reason why she was asking me about the candle is because she was asking me about a cord cutting. And I was telling her, she was asking me about a cord cutting. And so I'm like, I don't think that shit is safe, sis. She bust out laughing. She was like, hey, if anybody ever came to you and said that I was harvesting their energy, you're going to be like, no, not that one. I said, I swear to God, I'm going to be like, not that one. Not that one. Because that's not one that I love my good soul sis. But she had me laughing for at least 2 hours. I was like, my baby girl, I was like, me and her literally sitting on the phone just busting out laughing, thinking about that shit over and over again, right? And so while I was talking to her, right? While I was talking to her, hold on, y'all, I gotta blow my nose. All right. While I was talking to her, I was we kind of touched on what was going on online, right? Just a little bit. I told you I had talked to 4 people. I asked the Divine Mother. I asked the Divine Mother for guidance after the last live that I did. And you know what else? Before I did the live, I asked for guidance too. And that's why I did the reading on them. And afterwards, I asked for guidance again. And my spirit team started really speaking to me, and they was like, why would you Why would you give something? Why would you keep giving something free to somebody that they're stealing from you? They want to steal from you. And I'm just like, what can they steal from me? They can't these people couldn't steal from me if I gave it to them on a goddamn platter like this. They couldn't steal from me. And she was like, but they are stealing from you. And I was like, what are they stealing from me, right? There was and this is like a conversation I'm literally having with Divine, right? I miss you too, Amazing Grace. This is a conversation that I'm having with Divine, and I'm like, what could these people steal from me if I serve something on the platter like this, and they still can't take the advice that I gave them? What can they steal? They was like, they don't want the advice that you give you. They want you. And I'm just like, how can they want me? Why do they want me? I tried to be a friend, right? I tried to be a friend. I tried to be an example or role model. I tried to be a, just like a sit back in the cut, let them watch. And I'm not saying to each one of them I tried to be a friend or anything like that, right? But I tried to sit back in the cut and like, I'm a seer. I'm a seer, right? So I don't care what YouTube studios say. I'm a seer. I see who, what, when is on my channel, right? And I don't usually gloat about that. I don't gloat about that. I'm not a person that says, okay, this person is here, they're watching me or whatever the case is, and I've never been one of those type of people, right? I'm like, if you here, you're supposed to be here. The Divine Mother put you here with me. Like at the end of the day, right? And Spirit just kept giving me spiritual beggars, spiritualists that are homeless, right? And y'all can think that I'm talking about people that actually don't have a house. You're always accurate about it though, and the evidence to back it up. That's the part right there. That's the part right there, the evidence to back it up. Thank you, Lori. But listen, I'm not talking about spiritualists that don't have a house. I'm talking about spiritualists that don't have a spiritual abode. Like those people. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. They don't know whether or not they are with Kali Mon. They don't know if they with Mandurga. They don't know if they with Shati. They don't know if they with Urzuli Dantur. They don't know if they with they don't know if they're with Oya. They don't know if they are with what's her name? I gotta go find her name now. Santa Marta. I didn't even have to look for her name. I didn't even get to look for her name. They don't know if they with Santa Marta. They don't know who, what, when. They don't know if they with demons, if they with devils, if they with the Divine Mother. I'm going to tell you something that's so real right here, right now, right? So many people are mistaking the Divine Mother as a demon. The Divine Mother, yes. She is amongst, because the demons and the devils are her children as well too, right? But hear me clear when I say this. When I say the demons and the devils are her children as well too, right? I want y'all to just be realistic. This is 2025, okay? This is not the time where they was hanging motherfuckers on the cross, okay? They still hang people on the cross, but, and excuse my language, Jesus, okay? I'm not even talking about you right now, my divine avatar, Jesus, okay? I'm not even talking about Jesus when I'm saying hanging on the cross. I'm talking about witches and warlocks, that when they was hanging witches and warlocks on the cross, okay? This is not Salem, all right? This is not Wisconsin, Utah, none of that, all right? I don't think nobody watches me in Wisconsin, Utah, or Salem, okay? I looked at the analytics and ain't nobody here from those places, right? So I got people in California, the Carolinas, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Tennessee, New York. Let's just say that whole East Coast, okay? Actually, let's just follow it up with the smile, okay? The whole coast down here, right? And then we're gonna take it to Canada, because I got a couple people that's in Canada, and I'll even push it out to Pakistan, right? I'll push it out to Pakistan. I'll touch on Iran, Jordan, okay? These are the people that are watching me. Nobody is being hung on the cross right now, right? Or being burned alive, essentially, physically, right? Spiritually, yes, they are being burnt alive. But, like, physically, no, right? And so, these people will want to unalive you, right? They will want to unalive you for reasons that are unknown to you. Okay? They're completely unknown to you. And before they do that, before they can kill you, unalive you, right? Spiritually put a killing or send out a hit on you, they will try to take on your energy, right? Now, the Divine Mother, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Divine Mother is amongst everybody, right? But let's say, for example, right? You have a let's say, for example, you have a child, right? Because you have to know that the Divine Mother is in you, right? So you have to recognize your children out here. Let's say you have a child, right? No, you know what? Let me not even say child. Let's say you have a student, right? You have one student who she gonna do everything. She got the malas. She get up. Her water on her altar is clean. Her candles are lit. Candles burning clear. She goes to the store. She gets the things that, Divine Mother likes. She likes lemons. She cutting the lemons in half. She, draining out the lemons, filling it with ghee. She making candles from scratch, right? Everything that she does is for the Divine Mother and for the spiritual benefit of all. Every word that she passed, right? Whether it be one of those messages where it's like, hey, get y'all shit together. But she's still saying it out of love. You get what I'm saying? She's saying, hey, that man ain't for you, right? That man ain't for you. You know you ain't supposed to be messing with no married man, or with a man that don't really like you or love you or like your children or anything like that, right? She's telling you like, hey, why the fuck you still eating that bullshit? Yeah, she talked to you a little tough and rough at certain times, right? But you know she love you. You know it's all love, right? Then you got another child, right? You got another child who show up late, okay? They show up fucking late. They didn't do the homework. They not praying. They wake up every single fucking morning on their fucking phone like this, right? I love that I just see the Divine Mother all day, every day, okay? So you like, what's really happening? What's really happening? They don't brush their teeth before they get on their phone. They not saying thank you God every day. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they watching porn. They doing stuff. Or let's say they online bullying somebody every day, right? Here we go, right here. They bullying somebody every day. They watching, they waiting, they pointing out other people's mistakes, but they not doing it out of love. They doing it out of hate, right? The Divine Mother still love their ass, right? But she like, I'm gonna have to put you in timeout. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout because the Divine Mother, the angels, the gods, the team, the whole spirit team, like the Divine Mother ain't the only one raising us. She ain't the only one raising us. She got her angels. She got her ancestors. She got her whole spirit team in alignment to assist us. This is why when those ones that are on time for class, they get introduced to the ancestors. They get introduced to deities. They're able to make other introductions. They get introduced to them. They get, they get to know them, right? They get to know them, and they're meeting Ezerli Dantor. They're meeting Mandurga. They're meeting Oshun, Oya. They're meeting all of these angels. They meet in Eshu. You get what I'm saying? They meet in the ancestors, the seven fathers beforehand. Okay? Before they even came into existence, the seven mothers in beforehand. They're meeting all of these different ancestors. They have connections, right? And then you got this motherfucker that show up late for class that they wasn't even thinking about God when they showed up for class, right? They wasn't even thinking about God. They was thinking about, look at this bitch. She thinks she know everything. She thinks she this. She thinks she that. She, look at her. Her little rat head ass face. She used to be a dancer. She used to be a stripper. She used to be this. She used to be that, right? She got to blow her nose on camera. She got allergies. Fuck it. I don't even give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, this is something that I learned from the Divine Mother. Like, and I'm going to, this season 9, I'm going to introduce y'all I'm going to introduce y'all to the divine team that I know, right? And I'm going to be answering, not me personally, but I'm going to let Divine answer a lot of questions that we have had, right? The reason why I have allergies, right? The reason why I have allergies is because my spirit is so loud that my physical body get weaker. And that's just how it go. That's just how it go. Most people who has a loud spirit, that has a proud spirit, that has an abundant Jupiter occult, right? That has an abundant spirit team. There's something physically when it comes to them. There's something that when it is sickness, like, yeah, these deities that came before us, right? The ones that are walking with us, they've had cancer all throughout their body. Think about your ancestors. They had cancer. They had throat cancer. They had spine cancer. They had back cancer. They had allergies. They died from asthma attacks. They have died from earaches. Like, come on, an earache? A ear infection. They've had different things that have happened to them, and the reason being is because their spirit was more powerful that it had to transcend about this body. I don't give a fuck how sick I get. I don't give a fuck how sick I get. I ain't even sick like that. I got allergies. But I don't give a fuck how sick I get. I know my spirit is in alignment. I know my spirit is in alignment. Guess what? Guess what? I got allergies and I still be chanting. What's y'all excuse? What is y'all excuse? I sound like but I still chant to the Divine Mother. I hit these malas every day. This is 108, 108, 108. What is anybody else's excuse? Okay? What's y'all excuse? So anyway, so spiritual beggars, right? Spiritual beggars will want that. They'll be like, you know what? They'll start pointing out the things that you should think, because they think that you are so insecure that you should think it's wrong with you, right? And they will want you to focus on those things. Now, the last time that I was live, I did a reading on these people that was bothering my energy. And I only got like 15 minutes because I said I was going to be on time for work today. So, I did a live, and I was reading. I was using tarot cards and oracle cards, right? And I'm not going to give them free readings anymore. I'm not going to give them free readings anymore. But I do know that, you know, I had talked to some really good people, spiritually aligned people, right? In the last 7 days. And if I talk to you in the last 7 days, you are really good people to me. Okay? Really good people to me. And I just know that God has a plan for us. I don't have nothing burning, but I just seen something go up from here. I don't have nothing burning though. And I don't see no flying bugs. Very interesting. So I just seen like a little light come up from here. Interesting. One day I'm gonna be able to move that without me touching it. I'm working on it. So I know that God has a plan for us, and so I'm going to this season, the last 7 days. Listen, the last 7 days. 7 days has been that I've been seeing 777 and 555. So I know change and something very exciting is coming. Okay? Change and something very exciting is coming. Where's the angel? Look, where's the angel number book? I've been crying a lot the last 7 days too. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been reading this book. And I've been talking to the Divine Mother, and she been talking back to me. And saying those numbers too, I must need to play the lottery or something. Play it, baby. Let's see what 777 is. It says a message from your spirit guides letting you know you have entered into a lucky period in your life right now. Allow yourself to receive what is coming your way in your communications, connections, and financial wealth. Your creativity is above average, and you are being called to start acting on it full blown. And then 555. It says 555 arrives in your life when your spirit guides want you to gear up for your life to be changed dramatically in a good way. You are being called to take a leap of faith towards something that makes your heart feel free with no limitations. You are destined to be successful. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just ain't, I'm just not gonna let any more beggars, like, I give away so much stuff for free. So if they want something, need something, they're gonna have to get it, you know, just like everybody else get it. Okay, they're gonna have to get it just like everybody else get it. And yesterday when I was talking to I was talking to a guy that I really, really respect spiritually. And when I was talking to him, and he was just telling me, first of all, when we talk, when, like, he addressed me as God, And I never had nobody address me like that, right? And it's not like from an egotistical type place, because this person is I don't even know how to, they just introduced me to a lot of spirits. And it's one of the reasons why I went to Haiti. This is one of the reasons, this is one of the ways that, like, this is my issue. This is my human life issue. And he always call. Look, and then my phone just lit up, right? My phone just lit up. This is my human life issue. And he always, he don't never be calling me, right? Like, one, because he always say, you're married, I want to respect that, and I'm only gonna reach out to you when, you know, when it's needed. And I had reached out to him, right? I reached out to him, and then he called, and he was like, I was thinking about calling you too. And I was like, why you didn't call? He was like, I was just watching your video, your last video. And he was like, I don't know why you responding to that. And I was like, cuz. And it's like, no matter what I said to him, it was like unnecessary still. He was like, do you know who you are? He was like, and if they don't know who you are, then they just do I want to use the word jealous? I think I want to use the word jealous. I think that's the word that he used, because I was like, man, I know, but he was like, but nothing. He was like, but nothing. No matter what I said, it was like, but nothing. But nothing. Their jealousy shows. He was like, I already know who you talking about. He was like, I seen it a while ago. Like, they just jealous. He was like, there's no simpler way to put that. He was like, I'm somebody that's on the outside looking in, and I know you, and I know who, what, where you talk to. So I have no reason to, and this is like transparency right here. I don't have no reasons to say nothing about these women. I don't have no reason to say nothing about Bree. I don't have no reason to say nothing about Cassandra. I don't have no reason to say nothing about Stashi. From the beginning, I never had no reason to address them. I never had no reason to address them. And I didn't start with them. They started with me. And I just was like, nah, I feel as if, and that's kind of what season 8 was all about. Like, in season 8, I have addressed so many women around me that in season 7, that my godmom, right? When I first stepped into the umbrella of ATR religions, right? African tradition religion. When I first stepped under that umbrella, because it's a lot up under there, right? When I stepped up under there, my godmother told me there are going to be a ton of women. She said a dozen. She said a dozen, and a dozen is 12. There are going to be a dozen of women that are completely upset and jealous of you. And I just was like, why? I asked her that. I said, why? And she was like, it's not who you are, it's what you do and who you're connected to. And y'all, I made this video. I made this video April 24th, 2024. I made this particular video. And I didn't know Stashi. I didn't know Cassandra. I didn't know Bree. I didn't know Alexis. I didn't know, and I'm not talking about me, Alexis. I'm talking about another Alexis. I didn't know Raven. I didn't know none of the spiritual Avengers. Okay, that's 6. That's 11. That's at 11. And then there's one other person that the guy I was talking to yesterday, he had reminded me of one other person that was that I've had conflict with, and I'm just like, I don't remember this person. But that's how it goes. Like, I'm gonna forget these people, We ain't gonna push into season 9 and be talking about these same people. They lost. They lost. And I can't hold hands of anybody and drag them along with me. They're lost. Lost. I'm leaving them in season 8. We only talking about them right now, but this ain't even an episode, right? But this is the video that I had made. Vampire, and they was like, well, this is a monitor. This isn't 15 hours. And I was like, why the fuck am I experiencing yet another April 29th, like, well, 2024. This isn't necessarily the same as the other girl, because the other chick had actually wanted to destiny swap. Oh. And I'm like, there we go. Why? That's it. The other one. Live my life. Like, who wants to? I'm not saying that I have a bad life. I don't have a bad life, right? This is me. I've never been a jealous or envious type of person, so I never understood why somebody would rather have my life as opposed to doing their own work. I never understood that. But they were God like, bless me. It's your energy, it's your essence, it's the people that's drawn to you, right? It had nothing. It's my knowledge. It's my knowledge. It's my wisdom. It's the entities that are joined to me as well too. Were drawn to me as well too, right? And I have a real strong principle, right? I got a real strong principle where I don't deal with low vibrational entities, right? People maybe, but entities, no. Like, let's play that back a little bit. I don't deal with low vibrational entities, right? People maybe, but entities, no. Like anything did. Yeah, I had this video up on YouTube. I'll share it. It's open. It's public. I have this video up on YouTube, but this is my thing. I don't deal with low vibrational entities, okay? And every last single person that has tried me, they deal with low vibrational entities, and I just don't. I deal with low vibrational people, right? People that they don't know where their vibration is. They've been spiritually attacked. They've been haunted by ghosts. They went through spiritual psychosis, or they are lost in the sauce. They're doing something in their life that they don't want to be doing anymore. Those are low vibrational people. I don't have no problem with low vibrational people, because you can raise the vibration of the collective. 1 mantra, 2 mantras, 3 mantras. Okay? 1 job. This is a job. 108 times. This is the job. 1 job can raise the vibration of the collective. And that's essentially when these last people started attacking me. These last 3 people. Okay? Cassandra, Bree, and Sashi. When they started attacking me, it was when I started trying to raise the vibration of the collective. And so what was told to me, right? What was told to me is, it's because they don't want you to raise the vibration of the people that they are harvesting and that they are taking from them damn selves. Because they know that those people watch me too. Now, I'm going to go through it real quick. Let's sum it up. We can put these lines together. It took me a while to get here today, and I'm really, I mean, when I say I'm really not going to address this again, it's because it is, right? Let me point the lines to you, right? Let me point the lines to you. I'm going to start with the order of operation that it happened in, right? According to the timeline, because I keep evidence. So according to the timeline, Sashi is the first one that said something. Nobody knew she said anything because she never edited me. I only happened to see it is because she used my image, right? And I'm a seer. So I'm going to see you, okay? So she used my image. And she used my image. And when she used my image, nobody knew who I was. But she was trying to use my energy to call people into her platform. Okay, she was trying to call people onto her platform. I don't watch this lady. I don't watch this lady. I still don't watch her. I still don't watch her. I'm gonna be real honest. I only reported that video of hers because that's the only video that I watched. Even the video that she made where she was trying to go through the whole thing, and I sat there for 3 hours and chin checked her about how long I've been doing this. I still didn't watch no other videos of her. I don't resonate with her. I don't like her. I don't like her energy. She is a child of whomever she's a child of, but at the end of the day, she a child of divine. And I just don't resonate with her energy. And I feel like she watches tarot readers and she takes from their page. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm not going to change it. And that's how I feel. She could be mad at that I said that. I know she's still on my page watching, right? But I want to say that could change. That really could change. You could stop taking from people and you can do the work yourself. Okay? That could change. You can sit here, you can watch me, and you can learn something. At the end of the day, I talk about all of divine. I talk about, rituals. I talk about, pujas. I talk about everything. I talk about everything. This is Jupiter Occult. Nothing is, I'm an open book. I am an open book. If it worked for me, it can work for another one of divine's children. I don't do any dirty spell work or anything like that. I don't put people in the bottles. I don't put people in the freezer. I don't do separation spells. I don't do none of that type of stuff. I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life. Y'all have free will. If your nigga cheating on you, you got free will to stay with him or leave him. I'm not going to help anybody break up another family. I'm not going to help anybody break up their family. Okay? I'm going to pray that divine gives you what you need. Right? Now, the next one is Bree. Right? Bree did a reading on me where she said and she watched my channel. Okay? She just said she watched my channel. And I was very disappointed when she did that reading. I was disappointed because from the beginning, when she was on my page and she was commenting and she was ass kissing and all that stuff, right? I was like, I don't want to be friends with somebody that, and this is my own thing, right? I was like, I don't want to be friends where somebody is constantly asking me how to do something spiritually. I want to be with other spiritualists that they just get their hands dirty. They like, all right, this is the directions, let's do it. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't pick up on the energy of her being trustworthy. I ain't pick up on that energy. So I ain't fuck with her. Was it right? Probably not. Probably not. Because there's going to be people out here that we don't trust. But I don't even want to say that I'm happy that I didn't work with her or that I wasn't, that I did trust her because she ended up doing what she did. Those is just her, that's just that demon that's in her house. And I'm laughing about it, but it's actually something that's very serious. It's actually something that's very serious because I don't think that she wants to work with a demon. I don't think she wants to. I feel like she maybe doesn't see a way out of it. And at the end of the day, that's somebody that's spiritually homeless. That's somebody that's spiritually homeless. Like, she is also a person that after doing the reading that I did, I had a lot of downloads. I watched that whole live back. And I had so many more downloads. And that's usually how it happened. When somebody get a reading from me, I always follow it up days after and be telling them more stuff. Like, oh yeah, and Spirit told this. Because Spirit is not on a time schedule. So I can't just rush something in 1 hour when speaking to somebody 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So when I listened back to that reading that I did, I had a lot more downloads. And I know that these people are under spiritual attack, right? Matter of fact, let me not say these people. Let me not say these people. Bree. I know that Bree is under spiritual attack. I'm talking about just Bree right now. Okay? I know that she is under spiritual attack. And she might not even want to continue to work with the entity that she working with, but she don't see a way out of it. And I probably could have swept her up under my wing, but so Cassandra, right? Cassandra. This woman is mad at me because I didn't sweep her up under my wing, right? Because this one is jealous. This one is jealous. And from the very beginning, she has tried to make me have a spiritual ego, that she put me in a box, right? I listened to the things that she had said about me, and it's so crazy. Now I see 2 flying bugs, right? I listened to the things that she had said about me, and it made me angry. It made me angry because I'm like, this is what you need. This is what you need. And I think that by me ignoring her so much on my page, right? Because I really ignored her a lot. I really did. I really ignored her a lot. And the reason why I ignored her is because me personally, I don't fuck with low vibrational spirits. Maybe people, but not spirits. And I believe that she fucks with low vibrational spirits. Now, I'm not judging her by the spirits that she fuck with, but I met her off of the strength of Kali Ma. And anybody that tries to make Kali Ma to be demonic is suffering. They're suffering. They are suffering, a good suffer. Okay? And so Spirit told me multiple times, don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. And it wasn't that I was going to burn myself, but it was simple the fact that I was going to add fuel to the fire. I was going to add fuel to the fire. And that's exactly what I did when I touched. I added fuel to the fire. It was like she's already burning in spiritual hell, and I'm agitating her burning. Just me being me agitates her, right? Just me even posting this, it agitates her. She said a whole bunch of shit, right? She said a whole bunch of shit. And her thing that she does is, this is a homeless spiritualist, right? She tries to make a message and makes it apply to she tried to make it apply to Bree, to Stashi, to me, to like, so that they all can attack me. So she like a spiritual shit starter, right? She is spiritual shit starter, and she throw rocks and hide her hands. And I don't fuck with bitches like that. I don't fuck with bitches like that. And so she gonna get ignored even more. I just can't help those type of people. I can't help those type of people. And so, you know, Spirit has really been telling me, like, y'all, this is the message right here.
I feel ashamed of this anger I have for someone. Mother Mira, what use is shame? You must look at this anger simply. It is best not to get angry at all, but if you have to get angry, try to give your anger as a gift. If the person does not change, detach yourself calmly from him or her and abandon your anger. Whatever you do, do not get absorbed in it. The Dalai Lama has written that we should especially respect our enemies, for they teach us patience and forgiveness. Is this true? Mother Mira, Jesus said this also, and it is a great truth. It is easy to love your friends. When you find deep compassion in your heart for your enemies, you are really making progress and learning the power of love. What should I do with my negative feelings? Mother Mira, you can offer all good and bad to me. It is better not to dwell on the wrong things you have done. You must go on and try to do better next time. Hating bad people will not change them. Loving them changes them. When people hurt me, what should I do? Mother Mira, pray immediately that they should change and send them love. Your pain will become joy. This is a very powerful method of transforming the ego.
So that's been the lesson these last 7 days. Something that, like, being in talk with the Divine Mother, and I'm like, what do I do now? Like, what do I do now? I didn't say that I hate these people. They don't change. They amped up. They like, yes, we got her. She hate us, right? I done gave these people a free reading. They like, yes, we got it. We got the reading. We've been waiting all year for her to read us. Cause I ain't read these people. I don't read these people. I don't read these people. They found something on my page. They say it applied to them. And I'm like, I didn't know it applied to you. I don't know exactly who I'm talking to, but I know who is here. Okay? I know who is here. And I'm asking God to continue to give me the messages for who is here. Who is here? I don't care if the message comes through oracle cards, tarot cards, index cards, a download, the dowser rods, the oils, the beads, the pearls, the shells. I don't care. All of these are tools from the Divine Mother. They're all tools from the Divine Mother. And I'm just like, Mom, give me the go. Give me the go. Whatever it is. Whatever it is that somebody needs to hear or needs, give me the go and I'm gonna share it. And get a go to my other spiritualists that's in the community that watch me too. Give me the message to tell them, go ahead and go. Go ahead and read on these people. Go ahead and share this information. I'm not mad that I did a reading on them, right? I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. And after that, I followed it up with a post, and I seen that Cassandra had it on her page, which I only left it up for 24 hours. I only left it up for 24 hours, and I gave them a warning that if they continue to use my face and they continue to use my words and stuff like that, that I was going to get them a free reading. But I'm actually not. I told them I was going to get them a free reading to go back 7 years. But I'm actually not, because a lot of them Cassandra been under spiritual psychosis for a very long time. And I really want her to heal. Like, that shit sound crazy, but I really want her to heal. And anybody else that's been under spiritual psychosis from working with dark energies, because that's where spiritual psychosis come from. It don't come from, it doesn't, and people can be mad that I say this, but working with the Divine Mother, it doesn't come from that. Working with God, it doesn't come from that. Spiritual psychosis does not come from working with the Divine Mother or anything like that. Feeling like you constantly being spiritually attacked, that doesn't come from working with the Divine Mother. It doesn't. It comes from working with entities that you're not supposed to be working with. It doesn't necessarily mean they demons or devils or anything like that. It just means that you're working amongst, that's what spiritual hell is, and that's what spiritual psychosis is. I'll just say this. everybody isn't supposed to work with voodoo priestess or with Catholic priestess and stuff like that. You can say that this is generational, ancestral, or whatever the case is, but I'm about to sound like Kanye when I say this. Slavery was a choice. Oh, y'all be mad at me. Slavery was a choice. It was a choice. It was a choice. At some point, slavery was a choice. And why do I say that? Is because, y'all, don't be mad at me. I'm not just talking about slavery in the United States. I'm talking about slavery in some of these other countries and stuff too. When you start working with certain entities and you're using them for bad and not the good of the world, then that's when you get trapped in slavery and you become somebody that is making the wrong choice. And that's why you get sent to spiritual hell. Kanye just didn't expand on what the fuck he was saying. So everybody ate his ass up. But everything that has something to go with that man is spiritually. That's a Gemini. That's a Gemini. It's all spiritual. At the end of the day, it's all fucking spiritual. Just like Trump just said, you got two countries that's been fighting for so fucking long that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Right? He told their asses to cease fire, and then they still fucking go and do some shit. So this is when it becomes a choice. You're choosing to work with dark entities. These people right here, these people that are under spiritual psychosis is because you're not choosing to remember the mantras. You're not choosing to remember the Divine Mother. You're not choosing to remember God, to go towards God. Every time y'all say something about me or whatever the case is, it's unholy. It's unholy. You sit here, y'all talk about my ass, y'all talk about my breasts, y'all talk about my nose, y'all talk about my face, y'all talk about the shit that I've done in life, and guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I am an open fucking book, and y'all mad. Y'all mad because I have made choices in my life to alter my appearance, okay? Breast implants, to alter my appearance. I have made choices to alter my appearance. I got this cut across my eye. Okay, I got this cut across my eye from somebody that attacked me from behind. Might I add, was never in my face. Never in my face. I turned around and then they hit me with a bottle. Okay, with a cut me, not hit me, cut me with a bottle, and then ran the fuck away. You didn't even give me a chance to fucking fight. But this is the thing. This is how I am fighting spiritually. This is how I am fighting spiritually. I'm going to always go towards the Divine Mother. She always got my back. Even if I drop down and get my boogie on and cuss you bitches out or whatever the case is, guess what? I just spent 7 whole days in solitude with the Divine Mother, talking to her and speaking to her, and I'm going to spend the next 7 days and the next 7 days and the next 7 days. Every week is a progress. I'm making spiritual progress. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And this is why, like, we have to continue to make spiritual progress on our journeys so that when somebody says anything to us, we can really hear what they're saying. These people is crying out for help. And I apologize that I wasn't helpful enough. She said that's because they you know what? Lori just said something that came to me before. She said it's crazy how seers always end up getting attacked in their eyes physically. Something I've noticed. That is so true. That is so true. If it's not an actual attack, like they have glasses, or they've been in car accidents and their eyes were affected because right after, not after that, but before this even happened, I got into a car accident on the freeway and somebody ran directly into me and glass got in my eye too. So this eye was going to be afflicted anyway. It was going to be afflicted anyway. Like I was coming from one job to another job, from downtown Detroit to like 16 Mile in Van Dyke, and it was New Year's and I had to be to work. And I had to be at the restaurant and I was working at a nursing home. And a stolen vehicle was driving on the wrong way on the freeway and crashed into me and my windshield shattered. I ain't make it to work. They got out the car and ran too. I remember it was a white car. So this is my spiritual talk about, you know, spiritual beggars and homeless spiritualists and angry spiritualists. People are going to get us angry, right? Wow, me and my mom had people try to poke our eyes out. That is so crazy. That's so crazy. Every fight I ever got into too, people always try to press my eyelids in, but my feet be loose. That's so crazy. I'm talking about every fight I ever got into. I only been into like 2 physical fights when I was a dancer. In general. So it was just those 2 fights. But damn, that's so crazy. But anywho. So this is my talk, guys. I'm going to be live tonight, and I'm going to be live tonight because I'm off this weekend. I'm too excited, but I was told to get to work on time today. Not by my boss, but because I have something to do. But I'm going to be live tonight, y'all, and I'm going to change it. The talk, it says, why does surrendering to divine, what does surrendering to the divine truly mean, and why is it so damn hard? Okay. So the avatar that is in that picture, that is Mother Mira, and I have such a exciting year for us. Okay, 1 year on season 9. Okay, 1 year on season 9. So I'm gonna be live tonight at 8:08. Okay, 8:08 heartbeat, and we are going to talk about what does surrendering to the divine mean, and why is it so damn hard, and how we're gonna start. I'm gonna start lessons on how to meditate. Okay, how to listen to divine, what comes up, and what you're hearing during meditation, the colors you're seeing during meditation, the images you're seeing during meditation. That's what this season is going to start off about. Is teaching people how to meditate, and then hopefully in the wintertime I can plan a trip for us. That is my goals. That's my mission, is in the wintertime. Maybe in February. Maybe in February. I'm saying the wintertime, but it might be early next year. I want to plan a trip for us and our family. So your family will be invited. It's not just like for you. If you want to just bring yourself, but I'm going to make it so that either people can drive or they can fly. I'm going to make it so that we all meet up and have kumbaya sessions, and it is going to be focused on surrendering to the divine and meditation. Okay, so that's what year 9 is going to consist of, is the divine mother, all of the divine mother. Okay, and we are welcoming all religions, all race, all sexual preference. Spirituality and sexual preference ain't got nothing to do with each other to me. They don't have nothing to do with each other. Whatever that's something completely different. This is like going to school and being like, oh, I can't go to school because I'm a woman, or because I'm a man, or I like women, or I like men, or whatever the case is. No. Everybody is welcome here, including the spiritual beggars, homeless spiritualists, angry spiritualists, happy spiritualists. All of y'all are invited. Okay, but this season, no disrespect will be tolerated. I'm actually going through my block list, and I'm unblocking everybody. Again, I'm unblocking everybody, and we starting fresh. So any disrespect, I'm not going. I still have it so that nobody can tag me. We're not doing that. But I did open up my community tab, y'all. So y'all can post under my community tab. So if you have a post that you want to put on my page, like if you have a question, or if you have something you want to share, like the homework and stuff like that I'm going to be giving. You guys are going to be able to share that under the community tab, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. I actually prayed about that, and YouTube allowed me to open up my community tab so that y'all can post on there as well too. So you don't have to like comment on my post. You can actually post yourself, and you can post pictures. So the homework is going to be due under the community tab from here on out. Okay, whenever we do it. So I'm super excited about season 9. About the lessons that follow. And I love you guys. Let me get out of here because now I got 5 minutes to get 7 minutes away. I love you guys. It's always so hard to say goodbye, but it's even harder to come back on. So thank you, Lori, and thank you, Amazing Grace, always for, you know, still being my moderators and having patience with me. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I love all y'all that's here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.